What's up, YouTube? I'm with my mother. Want to say hi?
Hi.
Woke up earlier today than I do on a typical school day or a typical work day to drive an hour to this massive flea market. Supposedly there's 200 vendors here and I'm super excited to check it out. Online they advertise for a lot of vintage and a lot of goods, so we're gonna see what we can find today to flip. We did drive an hour, so hopefully it's not a bust, but the whole town is having a garage sale days as well. The whole town. It's a town of, what do you say, 2 by 4 blocks?
2 blocks by 4 blocks.
Yeah, it's tiny. It's a tiny farm
Geneva,
town.
Iowa.
We're gonna see what we can find, and I'll take you guys with me if I find any goods. Alright, let's crack a lack in YouTube. As you can see, I'm back home now. It's actually the next day. I had a blast yesterday on my little thrifting adventure, and then I went to a concert last night, which is why I'm a little droggy and all disheveled. But yeah, we drove like an hour and 20 minutes to the flea market. It was actually just a craft show. And I was at first very disappointed we drove all that way just to end up at a craft show. There just was not a lot of like flea market junk there. It's all repurposed already and stuff people were trying to flip that they have already like made, you know. And I was feeling really bummed out because we drove all that way to go to this awesome flea market and it turned out to be like a craft show. The only things that I picked up there, 3 vintage Halloween masks. And now Halloween's coming up, and I know vintage Halloween stuff is really popping this year. I paid $1 for each of these. They're in pretty banged up condition, but they're definitely from like the 70s. At one point in time, he wanted $10.50 for this, and I got it for $1 now. So yeah, these were the only things I picked up at the flea market, and we were about to turn around and just start to drive home again, but luckily the small town that we were in and the town next to it that's a little bit bigger, they were having citywide garage sales, and it saved us. It turned the trip that started off as a bust into a very successful trip, and I need to get this stuff listed. I need to quit slacking. I didn't list one thing on eBay all last week. It's like teaching just takes all the energy out of me, and I keep making excuses, but I need to quit it. I need to take it more seriously, and I need to get these things listed. So this video is going to serve as my motivation. Please drop a like, please subscribe, because we're only going up from here. I'm going to go through all of these finds. I'm going to show you guys what I picked up, and then I'm going to turn around and list it right away. I'm just going to show you guys some of the fun finds. There's a lot of stuff in the garage that I did not bring in, but I'm just going to go through this stuff with you guys and then list it. So let me show you what I got. Alright, for $1 at an estate sale, I picked up 5 sealed VHS tapes. There used to be a really big market for sealed VHS tapes. The market has gone down, but I still think these things will sell, and I got 20 cents into each individual tape. So I still pick these up when I can for cheap. Now, we were in an older farm town, so I was super excited to like find some antiques and stuff, some vintage shirts hopefully, and I did. So we'll start off with the bag. For $0.25, oh yeah, bought my dog a new toy too. But for $0.25, I got this bum bag. So nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. I really did like the setup of this bag though. The drawstrings, got the pocket here. Only paid $0.25, can't go wrong with that. Shoot, if worse comes to worse, I'll hold on to this for myself. Alright, the next stop that I went to, it was like a whole house, and everything inside of the house was for sale. It was like somebody's shop, so it wasn't like an estate sale. It was like they actually had this house set up to show stuff off to sell, I guess is how you'd say it. But I paid $2 each for each of these Pendleton shirts. Alright, well, sorry about my makeshift setup here. I'm in my office room doing this. But for $2 each, new with tag still, I had to get these Pendleton short sleeve button-ups. They are cotton, they are size large. Once again, cotton and size large. But new with tag, this one's a pearl snap. Nice colors to them. I think I can't go wrong with these at $2 a piece. That's a no-brainer. And
I also picked this up. It's a women's size 16 Pendleton virgin wool suit jacket. I've actually sold one of these in the past for like 40 bucks. This one's a little bit smaller, not as cool as the other one. So I don't know what this will go for, but for 2 bucks, I thought I would take the gamble on it.
After that, we stopped at an old antique place and went like real American picker style picking. It was an antique house, man. It was so cool. It was driving me wild. I'll throw a little clip in right here of us driving up to it. They had some of the craziest things I've ever seen inside of this place. Heaven looks like, man. I'm hoping one day my future house looks like this. But then of course I hit up a couple more garage sales when we left, and at the next one I got a Chaps Ralph Lauren windbreaker jacket for 3 bucks and a bunch of toys for $1. All of these vintage Ninja Turtle toys for $1. All of them $1.
Alright, so here's a nice little layout of that sales finds. It's a size large, nothing too crazy, but I had to pick it up. She wanted 5 bucks, I gave her 3 for it. Has a really nice color to it. And then she gave me 2, 4, 6, 8 toys for $1. Can't really go wrong on that. Pretty sure all of them are vintage TMNT toys besides this one. I think this one is just a straight up like thumb wrestler. Like you put it on your thumb and you can wrestle. Anyway, I have no clue about any of these figures. If you do, please let me know if any of them are worth a crazy amount. Otherwise, I'm just gonna lot them up together and sell them that way.
Okay, before I show you guys the last sale, which was the most fun sale where I found some of the coolest finds, I just want to tell you guys I hope you enjoyed the video. I had a blast on the modern day treasure hunt this weekend, like I always do. And if you guys want to support the dream or support that treasure hunt, you got to do it by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Check me out on Instagram at @BobDabra if you're interested in any of these things, because I will give you a steal of a deal on my Instagram. Alright, let's just jump into the last finds here.
Alright, so all of this stuff comes from the last sale. She gave me a really steal of a deal on all of these goodies here. Bunch of graphic t-shirts, which I always love. Literally like my favorite things to flip. And they're all vintage. This one's embroidered. Have the vintage tags on them, of course. You know, you have to have them. Had this vintage Adidas USA Rugby. And the 2019 Rugby World Cup just started 2 days ago. So this is a pretty cool find. Had to throw in the little Dare Lion. I knew what this hat was the second I saw the blue. And then I opened it up. Yes, of course, it's the camel snapback. And then I was like, oh, why not? I'll throw in all these old dinosaur toys. I'm pretty sure these are vintage, and I think I've seen them sell before for some pretty good money. So I took the gamble on those. So that's gonna do it. That's gonna wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all my fun finds from this weekend's treasure hunt. And as always, thanks for watching.